Hello, friends, and welcome to the Optimized Advisor Podcast, where we focus on optimizing the well-being and best practices of insurance and financial professionals today. On this show, our objective is to help you optimize your life, optimize your profession, and learn from other optimized advisors. I'm your host, Scott Heinela. We hope you enjoy the show. Laura Shean with Centsai One. Welcome to the Optimized Advisor Podcast. Thank you for joining us today.
Oh, thanks, Scott. It's great to be here.
So what do we aim to accomplish today? We want to learn a little bit more about you. We want to learn about Centsai One, and we want to learn about how Centsai makes a difference in the lives of our advisors, of course.
Oh, absolutely. And we're here to help every step of the way.
Music to our ears, which you all are helping our advisors, many of them, and hopefully many more to come. So talk to me a little bit about who you are. What's your background?
So I have about 30 years in the financial services industry. And so this last stage of life for me with Centsai, a passion of mine, is financial education and literacy. I was born first Mexican-American in the United States, but my first language was Spanish. And so I had to learn English in a town where there were no other Spanish-speaking students. So financial literacy, I can totally see now the change and the transition from when I was a kid to now. Financial education for both parents and children. And now with COVID, we're seeing financial literacy issues with kids of today. And so we are here to help educate clients, educate parents and families and the upcoming generations, which is critical.
That's amazing. You think about just the conversation of financial literacy in and of itself, English as the primary language here, and just on that alone is challenging, let alone introducing other cultures, other languages, and the challenges that go around giving just the general population of people a resource of trustworthy information to help them live a financially integral life and to hopefully retire with dignity and independence, and give them the tools and equip them along their journey through their 30 years of their working life. It's not an easy task.
No, it's not easy. And COVID did nothing but set us back. So we really need to catch up and educate everybody.
Absolutely. So this is where Centsai comes into play. Tell us a little bit about Centsai One. What space do they play, and what role? What's the big bold vision here?
So Centsai was started with the vision of our CEO and his co-founder Doria, who through the stock market crash of 2008 realized that people really just didn't know what was happening with their money. Mm-hmm. So he set out to learn how people need to learn in order to get educated. So after years of research, he realized that we have to write content very simplistically for people to understand concepts like what are hedge funds, what are commingled funds, what is an alternative investment, so that they can understand what these concepts are and be able to get through an article or a piece of content that's engaging. In order to do that, we have to write simplistically and in a storytelling manner. So we write all of our content so it tells a story. It's not just giving you facts and figures. It's telling a story to you so you can engage as a reader. And we do that in several ways, with videos, with quizzes, with content. There's many ways to engage with people.
So what is the predominant platform that you're seeing customers engage with? Is it overwhelmingly Facebook, or is it every platform? What are we seeing today?
So here's some stats for you, Scott. There's about 270 million active people on social media in the US.
My gosh.
264 million for Facebook, 190 million on LinkedIn. So there's actually more users on Facebook than LinkedIn. And this is as of this year. And there's 77 million active users right now. So 70% of the US is on social media. So with those stats, you realize If you're not on social media, you're missing that engagement with people that are on social media.
Yeah, I mean, one of our core objectives as a firm is to help advisors expand their reach. And to your point in the statistics that you just provided, I don't know how you expand your reach if you're not on actively
Ex-
engaging and involved in social media today.
exactly. The average person spends over 2.5 hours on social media per day.
Wow.
So our platform, Sensei One, is a platform to help advisors reach out to their community through social media engagement.
So let's unpack that a little bit. What does that look like and how is it differentiated from, I would imagine, other options that advisors would have today?
Yeah, a lot of advisors, depending on what firm you're with and where you are, have access to other platforms.
Right.
And so our platform specifically has our great engaging content and a way to post to social media directly from the platform and a way to post to your blog directly from the platform. And we also give you the ability to do an email or newsletter campaign through the same platform. So it's all in one. We create branding. So we want to keep branding consistent as like the number one thing when you're on social media is you want your website, your LinkedIn, your Facebook, and any other social media outreach that you do to be branded consistently because you want people to recognize your branding. So our branding really reaches that, and we look at your website and make sure everything looks the same. And while you're reaching out on social media, they're seeing your branding. It's a white labeled article, so it's not just an article. It has a banner, your logo, or your picture. We embed a banner ad that has a video, so you can actually do a personalized video in the middle of every article. And this engages with your reader even more. When people click on that video, you have 10 seconds to catch their attention. They want to see, number one, do you look trustworthy? Do you have a trustworthy face? Do you have a nice smile? I mean, those are kind of the things that they look for. You don't want to be in a suit and tie. You want to be just very casual because you need to make a connection with your reader.
So we're talking about the video recording, and then I want to talk a little bit about content. The video recording is the advisor, or maybe it's somebody very selective on the advisor's team that they want to put front and center as well, correct? So you help them. How do you help them? 'Cause let's face it, not everybody is equipped and comfortable with doing video right out of the gate.
Right. So if you have an iPhone or an Android, you can do a simple video recording on your phone. And it's just an MP4 format, so you can just download that and send it to us. But some people use a professional video that they have. But the
Right.
most effective and the most engaging videos, and we can tell which videos are getting engagement because of the analytics that we track. And so probably one of our most successful videos is one of our advisors that has two chocolate labs, and he does a video with these two labs and they're jumping all over him, but it's him. They're in the office all the time, so clients see his dogs, and it just shows the human side of him. And you want to humanize your brand. You want it to be very real.
So engaging, obviously captivating, right? It could be also from a very tasteful, positive standpoint of being viewed as clickbait, right? Like, oh, I need to click on that. But also relevant and honest, correct?
Right. And if let's say you're in Arizona, the Arizona mountains are beautiful. If you're a hiker, you take a video while you're hiking. If you're a fisherman, take a video while you're fishing. So you can do a lot of things that says a little bit about you because you really want people to know who you are. They want to
Mhm.
make that connection with you. We have a client that's a chef, wears a chef's hat on his video. And even though he's an advisor, he loves to cook. And so he'll do a video and he'll do like Friday tips and give a barbecue recipe with a 30-second video that we send out on social media because you can upload your own personalized content as well. And so every Friday we send out either a recipe or whatever he's doing, but it's 30 seconds and it's done. And he gets so much engagement from that.
Man, I love that. That's a great idea.
It can be a margarita recipe.
Yeah, I mean, the sky's the limit, right? It's just
Absolutely.
personalization
It
and
doesn't
what
have
makes you
anything to
you.
do with investments. It can be because they want to see your human side. So, every once in a while you need to throw in, on the golf course, just a video of you walking on this beautiful golf course, take 15 minutes for yourself and take a walk. It can be anything that engages your reader. We had one reader that was on a golf course on the ninth hole, did a 30-second video, had 600 people engage with him
Wow.
off of a 30-second video. So
Wow.
it just shows how powerful video is. Video has 600 times more brain power, processing power. And so more people are apt to click on a video if they think it might be interesting, seeing you on a golf course or seeing you, in Texas, maybe wearing a cowboy hat at a rodeo. I mean,
Right.
just something that's going to make them want to click on that video.
And so what is have you the suggestion for how often you would do a video or post something personal on that? What's the cadence? How many?
Well, you want to be posting at least 3 times a week. So
Okay, that's minimum.
minimum of 3 times a week.
So
And it's not,
optimally daily?
uh, well, you want to work up to it,
Okay.
because if you have not been active on social media, you want to start slowly, because your algorithms for LinkedIn and for Facebook, kind of track how active you are and how much activity you are. So you want to build that up. And then once you are posting 3 times a week, it's not just, so our platform, we have a social media concierge team that will actually do the posting for you, because we know that advisors have a lot of things to do. So we want to take that pain point of having to learn the platform, having to learn how to post to social media. We want to take that away and do that for you. And so, but it's more than just that. We can post to LinkedIn, we can post to Facebook, but then you as a social media user need to go in at least 20 minutes a day minimum and comment on your articles or tag somebody. So I might have posted an article about our tiny house is a good investment. I might say, tag you, Scott, and say, Scott, you should check this out. I know that your grandkids were thinking about buying one. So you're tagging someone. LinkedIn wants to see that you're an active user. The more comments and sharing and tagging that you do, the more your algorithms will go up and you'll be able to get in front of more people.
Got it. Okay. So you got to be actively engaged, and commenting, tagging, all that fun stuff. Let's
And
talk a little
we
bit
show
about
you how to do that.
you do.
Right.
Okay, wonderful. All right, let's talk a little bit about the organic content that Centsai has and the platforms that advisors can choose from. What kind of framework, what kind of architecture exists there?
So all of our content is written in-house. We have a large editing team, and the head of our editing team actually has a PhD in financial literacy and used to run his own wealth management firm. So he has a lot of experience in the financial services area as well. And his editors all go through this rigorous process. It's read. We make sure it's very simplistic. If it's not, it goes back and gets rewritten. So our content is all in-house, and we don't get it from Forbes or Wall Street Journal. We write our own content, and it's timely and relevant. So we are posting almost daily something that's happening in the world right now. So inflation, we have a lot of articles on inflation right now. What is inflation? How do you prepare for inflation? What kind of things can you do? We had, during COVID, one of our most popular articles was how to online date in 2020. And another popular article was how much does it cost to get your eyebrows tattooed? So I think people were really bored during COVID.
Yeah.
But we track over our Centsai world, because we have a Centsai.com, just a general site. We track and see how many people are reading what articles. So as a user of our platform, you would have access to see what are people reading. And those are the articles you should start adding into your list of content that you want posted, because that's what people are reading. So there's a reason that people are being drawn to those articles. And they could be, something really simple like, eyebrows tattooed.
That's fast. That's wonderful. So what you're telling me is not just the industry content of investing, retirement, insurance, but your articles go beyond wealth per se. right?
Right. You want to be posting about health and lifestyle, things like that, because you want to engage with people that you have never engaged with. And so, one way that you're going to get people to engage is to post engaging content, because you may find someone on Facebook, let's say, that likes your article about tiny homes and will share it with 10 of her friends or his friends, because it's a great
Hmm.
article and no one's ever read an article about, are these really a good investment? And so then you're getting the attention of someone else, because that article, when it gets shared, is branded. It has your branding in it. So even though someone's sharing an article, they're seeing your face, your logo, your video, and so it follows you. So you're engaging with people that you've never even met before.
Wow. So they're in your archives. I'm just going to throw out just for fun some content titles. So like health and fitness related articles, plenty of that.
Oh, there's 84 different categories of articles that you can choose from.
Wow. So
Technology,
travel.
everything, anything and everything
Wow.
you can think of.
That's wonderful.
We have a varied list of content categories. And if you don't find it, like crypto is fairly new in the industry, so we don't have a category called crypto, but we have a ton of crypto articles. So
Okay.
you
Wow.
can
That's
browse by the name of type of article that you're looking for as well.
amazing. And I have the ability to go in. I mean, I do get connected with the concierge, correct?
Correct.
But then I also have the ability to go in and I can select certain articles that I want. I mean, I have the ability to independently develop my marketing or social media posts as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
Yes. So you
wonderful.
can go in and browse the content library. Our clients range. Some want to be as involved as that. They want to pick their own content. They want to pick what day that content goes out. I mean, they want to control the whole process, which is totally fine. And then we have other clients that don't want to have anything to do with picking content. They want us to pick it, post it, and then they just go in and make comments on it. So you can be as involved as you want or as uninvolved as you want.
That's awesome. Okay, next I want to talk a little bit of analytics. What kind of
Mhm.
analytics do your customers get?
So they get to see how many people click on your article. So when we post an article for you, Scott, let's say on your LinkedIn, it's not, if someone sees your article, that doesn't count. Someone actually has to click on your article to get the analytic to be one click. So they actually have to go into your article. So we follow the number of clicks that you get on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. And then we follow the number of people that click on the video that's in that banner ad. How many people click on that video? And so you can tell from engagement, once they go to that banner ad, we have the ability to send them to a URL, either a calendar link or your website contact page or phone number, wherever it is that you want that reader to engage with you, we will send them there from the middle of the article. And so once they click on that banner ad, then the analytics go over to your website, because that's where they're going to sign up for a meeting, or to your calendar link to sign up for a meeting.
Okay, very interesting. So you mentioned also quizzes.
Yes, we have quizzes, very engaging, and videos are also very engaging. And we have infographics. That's kind of a new millennial type of engagement. So if you're looking to engage with that demographic, infographics are a really good way to do that. They're just short and sweet to the point. They're colorful. They give facts, and that's it.
So you mentioned Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Are you not on, or you are on Instagram?
We are currently working on the link to Instagram, but
Okay.
and I'm not the technical side of things, but there is a link tree or something that you have to use to be able to post the content, because of the images and the video on Instagram. There's only part of it that you can post. I'm not sure about the whole scenario, but at this point, we do not post on Instagram, but you can post the article to Instagram directly.
So if you were going to describe kind of the audience or the differences between those three platforms, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter, how, have you thought about how you would describe those? Where, like LinkedIn, I think of it more business to business, right? It's a not financial, but business to business professional networking forum, if you will.
Right. So LinkedIn, definitely, you're correct, business to business. However, um, that's where you get your referrals. That's where you get your networking. So you want your LinkedIn to be able to represent who you really are. And so a lot of LinkedIn's don't have, like, Scott, you have your name there and you have your title, but you should add specialize in podcast.
Right.
Because then
XYZ.
people will see what you're specializing in, and then they follow your LinkedIn down the page. And so you want to make your LinkedIn very engaging as well. You want to add some featured articles that are colorful because you want that eye to drop down LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
So LinkedIn is good for business to business, but that's your referral network. I mean,
Got
in
it.
more groups that you belong to, if you go to a group meeting, someone clicks on your LinkedIn and you want them to see who you are as a person, number one. Maybe you like to hike, in your about section, your very first paragraph should be about you and what you do and who you are. And then the second paragraph is what you do professionally. I specialize in helping people with their retirement plans, or, whatever that will be, because people want to see that human side first and not that just all business side. They want to know who you are as a person.
Right.
So LinkedIn, definitely. Facebook, you have a different demographic in Facebook. 70% of Facebook users are women. So
Wow.
if you specialize in women in finance, or, divorced or widowed, Facebook is really a good place to draw people that you're looking for in the female side of things.
I did not know that 70% of Facebook users are female.
Over 50.
Over 50. Okay. Over 50. Okay. More than half.
Yeah, it's a huge percentage.
Okay.
And your Facebook company page should reflect your branding as well. And it
Right.
should
Of
be the
course.
same thing, a little bit about you and then about your business. Your company page, should have everything that your website has and your LinkedIn. So it all looks the same and kind of get wrapped together. LinkedIn is most popular.
Okay.
A lot of advisory firms won't allow you to post to Facebook. So definitely LinkedIn, as we see, is the number one posting site.
Okay. And then
But
Twitter, to me, Twitter is more of this large net of getting my word out or commentary out. Right.
yeah, and people say, do I even need a Twitter? And I'm like, will it hurt you? Set it up. We post for you. You don't have to do anything other than, set it up and then go in and comment every once in a while.
Right.
So you're going to get a different demographic on Twitter than you will in any other platform.
Does being on Twitter also increase your social media, I don't know, presence, I guess, or not necessarily? It would only be on the Twitter, in the Twitter sphere, if
Right.
you will.
Correct. But using hashtags effectively will increase when someone Googles something. So we want to make sure that we're using your hashtags on every social media post that we do that are the same. So
Got it.
let's say that you specialize in estate planning. We're going to put hashtag estate planning on every post that we have. And then we're going to hashtag the company business. And so if someone goes in and types in estate planning, the more that you're posting on social media, the higher you're going to go up on that Google search.
All right. So I'd love to chat a little bit about, just from a general standpoint, what are some do's and don'ts, being somebody as an expert, somebody that we're relying on to give some experienced input here. Like a do would be, if you're on social media, you definitely need to post a minimally 3 times a week. We already talked about that. What are some other do's, and maybe some do not do this? This is a mistake.
You definitely want to do hashtags. Your hashtag, your company business. Probably the number one thing on LinkedIn is you want it to be updated. You want to make sure the information is current. What you don't want to do is have a LinkedIn that doesn't have very much information and no place to go. You don't have a company page. You don't have, so people get lost in your LinkedIn. You need to utilize your social media as much as possible. So you want to make sure that your LinkedIn is working for you. We can post for you, but if they can't find where you are or what you do on your LinkedIn, it kind of defeats the purpose of posting.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
Get on social media. Even if it's just posting once a day, you just have to be on social media. That is the number one thing. In today's world, social media is important. You absolutely have to be on social media.
Okay. Embrace social media or you will be left behind.
Well, that's what's happening.
Right.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. What does the onboarding process look like for a new customer? What do you help them do? What are some prerequisites? You mentioned a few things. Like I would presume the obvious ones. I mean, you got to have a logo and an identity. Uh, they already should have a website, correct? What
It's
about something
it's
like a
helpful.
newsletter?
So if you're with, let's say, an advisor group and you want to single yourself out, and this is just for you, not for the whole group, then
Right.
instead of a logo, we use your picture because then we're setting the branding just toward you.
I got it.
But if you are in your own practice, of course, your logo is what you want people to recognize. We can include a picture in the banner ad of what you look like because people want to see what you look like. They want to see if they feel you're trusting. And so having a picture is a really good idea. A picture of you smiling, casual, not in a suit and tie, just a casual picture works the best.
Got it.
For onboarding, we ask about your disclosure text because we put your disclosure at the bottom of every article. So we want to make sure we have the right disclosure. We ask for your pictures, your logo, and then if you want to do a video, you can do a video. And we can post that for you. If you don't want to do a video, you don't have to, and we can help design your banner ad. We want 3 bullet points on your banner ad. So we want people to know what you want them to know. So some people will say things like loyalty, trustworthy, using one words. Other people will do complete sentences like we provide estate planning services and tax services for our clients. And so it can be short and sweet, or it can be longer, and we can put in bold text just to kind of make it pop and stand out. So we design your banner ad to get people to stop there and engage. And so we want them to see what it is that you do in 3 simple bullet points so that they will click on the video and watch you, or click on make an appointment or call you if they have any questions. And then in the onboarding process, we also ask about what kind of things are you interested in? What kind of things do you think your clients or your community on your social media would be interested in? So we try to pick different categories, and we'll post for the first 3 months random content just to see who's engaging with what. And then we can see what is the most popular type of content that your readers, so whoever you're connected with on these social media platforms, are looking at. And so,
Interesting.
yeah, then we
That's
can
interesting.
determine.
It brings up an interesting question for me. Do you find in some cases where if an advisor or firm says, these are our core values, we're very interested in fitness and health and things like this. And so then the content that in that testing phase, you find sometimes that there's a disconnect between what the advisor says, this is our
Yes.
core value, and this is what my actual audience is responding to, and it's not connected.
Yes, we find that a lot. We have
That's
clients that say,
fascinating.
yeah, all our audience is just investment. They just want to know about investments. And it's like, well, let's throw in some, 529 college articles. Yes. So after
Okay.
3 months is really when we have a complete analytics of everybody that has engaged with the different types of articles. So we can tell which articles are the most important. And we can also tell if it's videos, quizzes, and just straight articles, what percentage is being viewed by each person that engages with you.
Wow, that's great. That's wonderful. Okay, anything else before we start to wrap up here, which is to talk about how people get a hold of you as well as the strategic partnership that our firm has with Centsai?
Sure. Yes, absolutely. We're very happy to be a partner with PCN. We have met some really fabulous advisors. We've really enjoyed working with all of them. And so our partnership is, if you had come to Centsai on your own, you would be paying over $4,000 for the package that we have with PCN. So what we've offered is 25 articles per month. And from that 25 articles, you can pick them, we can pick them, we can all pick them. We make content recommendations. And so we help you go through that process. We don't just sign you up and leave you alone. It really is a partnership because we walk with you through your social media history. But $2,448.75. I know it's a weird amount.
We
don't want you to
whittled
forget.
that down as low as we could.
You got the optimum savings.
There you go. That's fantastic. And we just pass that right through to our advisors. I mean, at the end of the day, what we are committed to, as we begin with, is helping our advisors expand their reach, become more of a presence within the communities that they serve. If you are not on social media or engaging, you're missing out in today's day and age. Your business will see the results of not being on social media. So you absolutely should be. And this is a wonderful opportunity to tap into this vertical, if you will, or this marketing strategy within your business. And it's done exceptionally well through the professionals at Centsai One. So why wouldn't you? I can't think of a good reason.
We really look at ourselves as a boutique, more of, you have your big firms out there like FMG, and it's just, you have to go in and pick it, check everything off. We really work side by side with you. You are assigned a team when you come on with us, and it's a customer success manager, myself, and your social media concierge. And so as a team, we make sure that we optimize all of this for you to make you successful.
And one of the last things I would say is we don't want to deter those who have no background in social media, right? I mean, you are there to help even the greenest of the advisors from a digital standpoint, correct?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Matter of fact, we like that because you don't know who your audience is. So we have fun figuring out who your audience is, especially if you're just getting ready on LinkedIn, not having used LinkedIn before. It's hard to know who it is that you're engaged with. So it's all aspects of your social media processing. If you're just starting, if you've been using it for a while, if you're an expert at it, we can just help and fill the gaps wherever it needs to be.
That's wonderful. Okay. What's the best path for people to reach out and engage with you?
So you can email us. We actually have an email set up for our partnership. It's called infopcn@centsai.com. Or you can email me directly at laura@centsai.com.
So info PCN, Producers Choice Network, PCN @Centsai, which is CENTSAI.com.
Correct. Yep.
Well, thank you very, very much for enlightening us and hopefully our audience and our listeners. And we wish you a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you for joining the podcast.
Oh, well, great, Scott. Thanks for inviting us. And we're so happy to be part of the PCN family.
Doing our part. Till next time.
Okay. Thanks so much.
Thank you for tuning in to today's episode. Please subscribe, like, share, leave a comment or review. Be sure to check us out on social media at Optimized Advisor Podcast. Till next time.